So my refrigerator in my truck broke. Basically, the temperature controls stopped working on my Dometic refrigerator and everything was freezing. So doing some research, I found out that that's most likely the thermostat. So I've got a replacement part today, and I'm going to walk you guys through how to replace a thermostat on your Dometic refrigerator. This is the Dometic CFX 50W. We're going to be removing the vent on one side, so the first thing you're going to want to do is tip it up on one end. You'll need to remove all 14 Phillips head screws to remove this vent. There's 3 on each side and 8 on the bottom. Once all 14 screws are out, the vent will pry open. Be careful when prying this open because there are wires attached to the vent, so you don't want to damage any wires when you're pulling it open. You'll find the thermostat wiring next to the compressor control module. You'll need to remove the 1 Phillips head screw holding in the compressor control module. Next, remove the putty holding in the thermostat. Keep this as clean as possible as we'll be reusing it later. The control module needs to be moved in order to access the 2 screws holding in the thermostat. This was difficult for me, so I wasn't able to fully remove it, but I was able to move it enough just to be able to access those 2 screws. Once you move the control module, go ahead and remove those 2 Phillips head screws. Once the screws are removed, the thermostat will slide right out of place. Make sure to remove the P-clips as we'll be using them for the new thermostat. You'll notice a bunch of thermal paste on the old thermostat. Try to remove as much of it as possible and transfer it to the new thermostat. Trace the thermostat wiring back to the main PCB, which is on the vent or cover that we removed earlier. Go ahead and remove the thermostat wiring from the PCB. Insert the new thermostat into the old thermostat hole. Make sure you insert the thermostat all the way. Reattach the P-clips to the thermostat wiring and go ahead and screw them in. Firmly reapply the putty that we removed earlier. Then go ahead and move the control module back into place. Don't forget to put the Phillips head screw back in for the control module. And then rethread the thermostat wiring through, and then connect it to the PCB. Go ahead and zip tie the thermostat wiring to the other wires. Slide the vent cover back on and reinsert all 14 Phillips head screws. And that's it, you guys. Go ahead and plug it in and make sure it's working properly. I hope you found this tutorial helpful.